camera for a sec, just while I'm doing the recording, that would be great. And then obviously once I've stopped recording the teaching bit, then I'll cameras on. It would be great, because I think it's quite nice that you can all sort of see all yourselves working. Right, so 12.6. So I'm going to give you a bit more time to carry on the 12E if you want. Some of you might feel it's pretty straightforward, or you finished it, so you want to move on anyway. Now, this all looks a bit complicated, but I promise you it isn't, okay? All we are saying at the top is remember that we know that y minus y1 formula. When we're trying to work out the equation of a straight line, remember a tangent is just a straight line, we're going to be using y minus, I think you see how big the lag is today. Not too bad. So y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. All right, so just remember we know that equation of a straight line from when we were doing coordinate geometry. And all we're saying here, of course, is that the gradient m is what we work out when we go and differentiate. So that's all we are saying here. So if we're trying to work out the gradient of a tangent, we're going to use the y minus y1 equals mx minus x1 formula. Step one, we have to go and work out the gradient at the points of the tangent. And to do that, we differentiate the curve and we substitute in the x value. So we'll just be practicing doing those. So if they ask you for the equation of the tangent, that is all we have to do. And again, I'm sure you're all familiar with this, but if you've got this curve down in the bottom left-hand corner, a right-hand corner, if you've got that curve there, then obviously when we're talking about the equation of the tangent, we're talking about that line that's just coming through in purple. And then moving on, when we're talking about the equation of the normal, obviously the normal is the perpendicular line. Now, to work out the gradient of the perpendicular line, as you know, you take the gradient of the tangent and you flip it over and change the sign. That's all that bit there is telling us to do. Okay, so to work out the gradient of the normal, you take the gradient of the tangent, flip it over and change the sign. So for example, if the gradient of the tangent had been, let's say, 2/3, just coming through bottom right, the gradient of the purple line had been 2/3, then the gradient of the normal, the green line, you'd flip it over, change the sign, would be minus 3/2. And that's all we are going to be doing as we do exercise 12F, okay? There was only the one example, well, there's a couple of examples, but they're straightforward. And then I just want us to go and work our way through 12F today, please. Okay, I've made a start. I've made a start. I haven't got all the way through it. So that's all I want us to do, please, to work our way through 12F. So as I said, your choice, whether you want to launch into 12F now and utilise the lesson time to do that, or whether you want to go back and carry on with 12E. I really don't mind either way. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop the recording now. So just bear with, don't put any cameras on yet. So I'm just going to stop the recording. Stop recording.